Hello everyone, this is Ether Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. So, not too bad of a week on defense because we got pretty much lucky towards the end of the week especially, but I mean, it's nothing new. This layout is pretty darn garbage, but it does things, I guess, for existing. But they're just gonna go in like this, which, I mean, you can, but Astra exists, and if you don't one-shot, which you don't, that's a rip. But Bramon being minus HP did not come in clutch this week. Luna barely picking up that kill. Have Luna on her turn 1. She has an okay attack stat. Like, 79 attack, up to 79 attack on initiation is okay. It's not that, because HP inflation in Etherids is the problem. But at this point, Seliph is ready to meme some units, so here we go. There's no Wings of Mercy on this team, of course, so it's a little awkward. But Seliph is chilling there, and they've already taken too many unit losses. So that's just a surrender. And this one, kind of a similar theme, I guess. I don't quite remember this one. But pretty light merges here. The most common thing that happens though is people bring Milla. That's just what happens with Dark Season. I've been fooling around offense, like, you know, I'm fooling around way too hard when I'm using Milla without Milla's churn wheel, which is probably the main reason why people run her, other than maybe for extra HP and defense and maybe the extra stats from Nurturing Breath. That's mostly why I use Milla on my team for the memes. It's not serious at all. But perfectly fine baiting here, except they procced Wings of Mercy for us, so Luna gets to swoop in for a kill there. Epic troll. And, well, they can't kill Seliph and everyone at the same time, so you have a sitting duck Peony to get murdered by Nils and Seliph, but Sylvia, of course, isn't going to teleport or do anything crazy, so here we go again. Yep, pretty much the same themes. You like most of the people that play against my team, they just bring Milla. It just works. It's not like this layout would do much better even if they weren't using Milla, but it definitely simplifies things for people. Yep, this week on offense, we goofed a match because apparently I computed something wrong, and Bramon lived Nino by 1 HP. I don't know what I missed. I think the problem was I had like 1 hour of sleep that day, and I worked like all day. So that was basically at the ultimate pinnacle of being brain dead. 10 out of 10. But at this point, it's not like this team can do anything against Brave Hector. If I wanted to challenge these kind of Brave Hectors, the first thing to notice is, of course, this guy has 48 res and 75 HP. So you're just gonna need a massive special to kill most of the time. Or you just chip him down a lot and have low HP stats so he can't heal a lot. There's some ways around it, but in general, this team is never going to be Brave Hector unless they sabotage themselves. Like that one week where we had Glacey's Legendary Julia as a complete meme. But I mean, it works. One shot at Brave Hector that was nearly maxed out. Of course, he could have been buffed even more, but the point stands that that's a lot. Glacey's Legendary Julia with Mirror Impact is nothing to scoff at. Even if you're green, you have to be somewhat concerned you could get one shots. But if you have enough HP and stuff, it's trivial to tank. Wait, is this the right replay? I'm not even paying attention at this point. Yeah, it's this one. And honestly, the more ether rates has been going on, the more I just kind of find Brave Edelgard is pretty lackluster for offense. She does work, but the big problem is, for one, she doesn't deny follow-up attacks. So even though she has this pretty strong damage reduction, 80% for follow-up attacks, the problem is she doesn't reduce any damage from the first hit besides her base weapon effect. So of course she's susceptible to red units just doing a ton of damage, armor slaying and stuff on the first shot. And so they can definitely hurt her quite a bit. And her HP is not amazing if you don't have like maxed out merges, summoner support, double, triple mythics, all that stuff. But here they put her in front of Seliph, but I mean, again, the problem is she doesn't reduce the damage from the first hit. And Seliph here with his 43 defense and 66 attack. I guess it's 60. It's a little bit less because of weapon, but you get the idea. And Lilna exists, so rip. So at this point, they probably can still win, maybe, but probably not. Too much trolling commencing. I guess Seliph is able to pick up the kill. So I guess at this point they're just gonna run out of turns to win because Sylvia is just gonna be too tanky. I guess I haven't watched this replay, so I don't actually know what happens. So they got healing tower, but they're not even doing much to Nils because Bright Shrine is debuffing. So yeah, it's just over. They can't possibly win here, and of course it's not like there's any threat of Aversa actually dying in this position because the healing tower exists, but they're just gonna time out. So if infinite turns, they probably could have won there, but not happening. Here we see another classic strategy that people do. They just bring Pulse Smoke / here in this case Melancholy, and then they just attack the main force, or like the main headquarters of all the specials, aka Bramwand, and you're chilling. I also haven't watched this one yet, so I don't know what they're gonna do. What are the odds they just attack Sothis, so Lilina still has her special up? I'd say pretty high. Going in all the way is a bit suspicious if you don't have enough stuff, and it looks like they didn't do that. They even left Silk there. That's not gonna end very well. That's all I'm going to say. Because you're not killing Bramwand, and you don't have miracles. And even if you did, there's still dances. So that's yikes. Bramwand dies again. Feels bad. But that's minus HP Bramwand for you. Plus 10 Bramwand is insanely much more powerful than low merged ones, for the sole reason that he can live one shot way easier. Lilina missing the kill on Marth there feels bad, but doesn't really matter. I'm not sure what they were doing there with that. I don't know if they assumed he didn't have advantage or something. I'm not really paying attention, because I'm pretty sure Dimitri could have survived that. Not sure about, because again, I don't have Wings of Mercy on this team. It's a very, on my dancers at least, it's very lackluster. And I mean, there's really isn't much different to expect here. I guess on the bright side, we got to snipe off their bolt tower because my catapult is now at level 6. I'm like 4 more seasons, maybe 3 more seasons off from max level catapult. And then I'll probably start looking at upgrading my shrines to max level so I can get the -8. especially for like Bright Shrine. I think I'll definitely do Bright Shrine first because the speed, extra point of speed is definitely more valuable than the extra point of defense and res. I guess on the flip side that just means we're buffing Legend or Fallen Ike more, but I don't really care about that. That would be real. So again, so this is just a free kill. I literally just have her there because she's a melee mythic. Because I do have a second Bramamon. I could have 2 Bramamons. The problem with that, besides the fact we don't have as much res on our team, is, well, that would be double range, so that means Bramamon would get long baited or something. But I guess it's worth trying out. I might try it out. I still haven't leveled up the other one anyway, so I still have to do it. But yeah, there's no colorless Tome Valor. See Tome Valor, feels bad. So it's just the double weak stuff, but Jill here is just gonna easy clap. Shouldn't be too difficult for Jill, considering it's Jill. I mean, she just hits hard. Nothing much to say there. And the memes continue, I guess. This team has a lot of reds, so Brave Ike, people tend to not bring Brave Ike, but the folks who do, well, it can still work, but I've watched this one. Unfortunately for them, it doesn't quite work out too well. Just how it goes. But like, they even have a good bolt tower location against my team here. They even have the catapult to snipe my healing tower. So everything looks pretty solid, you know. And they even get the pulse smoke off, so Luna doesn't even have Luna or anything. Of course, he's still gonna take a lot of damage from Seliph and Luna especially, because Luna is so low on HP. Brave Ike can't heal off a lot, and so that allows Sothis to pick up the kill there. But it's mostly just because we have a bunch of reds and there was no support for Brave Ike there. He was just by himself, and he definitely does not do too well in those scenarios against decent teams. Like here, I just have a lot of reds, so it's just a weapon triangle, barely getting me the kill. Like you saw that we were barely killing. But that's how it goes. And well, we just end the season with double failures, nothing too special. But it's like you don't even need Milla half the time to beat my team. It's just conceptually, there's too many problems with the defense. One, hit and run is just not punishable by this team at all. You can just take out Sothis and leave. There's literally nothing you can do. I guess there's some consideration you have to take into account, but for the most part, hit and run's uncontested. If for now, if you have a level 7 bolt tower, that's also uncontested. Bramamon's the focal point for all the specials, so if you attack him with like pulse smoke, like you don't even need the pulse smoke or whatever to beat this defense, but it just makes people's lives easier. If you just attack Bramamon, you just get rid of all the specials from being pre-charged. If you have like special fighter, Bramamon is never going to be proccing your special. And there, minus HP, unfortunately, that's RIP for us, but it's not like it would have mattered. We would have done a bit of more damage, I guess. But, and I guess Sothis wouldn't heal up a lot, but it's not like that was going to improve our outcome of anything. Because, unfortunately for us, kind of have a small issue where we just can't get our units anywhere in time. That's why on Dark Season especially, stuff like ground orders or just like something similar to it, guidance or anything, super useful. You just need that mobility if you're gonna threaten stuff, because if all your units just move and that's it, you can definitely easily get picked off most of the time. Unless you're using a bunch of hyper tanks, or just like a bunch of Selifs. It's not like Selif is indestructible. Like if I made an entire defense of like 4 Selifs and 2 Mythics, or like 3 Selifs and it's not like I would get some wins with that, but it's not gonna work that well. So here, I guess they just, I haven't watched these replays. It looks like they just send in their Robin here. And with TA, Speed Res Solo, Tactical Bolt. Null Sea Disrupt doesn't matter here, but I mean, seems solid. Got TA, and I got lots of reds. It's obviously a little, and actually did 1 damage, amazing. But yeah, that's pretty clean. You don't definitely needed TA here though. Without TA, probably would have died. But they can just go in here and they're taking 0 damage, so they're just chilling. TA out of 10. And I've not seen this in a very long time. I don't know if this is like one of their tech teams or if it's one of their main teams. I would imagine it's a tech team. I would be genuinely surprised if this is their main strategy to use this. I highly doubt it. The fact I see Blaytone Morgan though makes me think that maybe it could be a hit and run team. That's what I think. But anyways, just outside of top 6K this week. Unfortunately, I was being nice this week, and I just intentionally fed kills to people so they could lose less lift in case that, you know, they weren't under lift protection. But clearly, if I wanted top 6K, I shouldn't have done that. And we also goofed that 1 match this week, unfortunately. If we hadn't goofed that match, we actually would have made tier 27 because it's an extra. We actually would have made it by 2 lift. Would have had 13,402, but it doesn't matter. I'm fooling around with the team, with the meme team, to still develop a better understanding of it, because it is quite the strange team. Like I still have to figure out what Ace Lana 1K. HP plus 5 was a placeholder because it was cheap. This is usually attack tactic on PNE and defense tactic on air, speed tactic on Milla, and no Milla's churn wheel. That's the meme. That's basic. Because against a lot of teams, if I just had Milla's turn wheel, most of the time people don't have enough defense on their dancers to prevent Milla's turn wheel from proccing. So I could have made a lot of matches easier this week, but for the most part, other than that match, I goofed to probably screwing up some numbers or missing a buff or something. It was alright this week. Didn't face too many difficult teams, but clearly dropping out of Interval 21, pretty much expected. There's literally nothing else to expect from that. And for Arena, we are staying in by a super large, comfortable margin. I have no idea if 3,840 is enough, but I imagine if it is, it's definitely bare bones right at the brink cutoff. Because 3838 definitely did not look like it was staying. And Arena Assaults, I don't know what happened this week, but folks just like either like rage quit Arena Assault this week because it's legendary Crom bonus. So there are a crud ton of legendary Croms running around. Even though it's not water season, he scores enough to like almost be equivalent to like even a blessed armor unit like Sheena here. He actually scores more than mine if mine were to be blessed by 1 legendary hero, so kind of awkward. Definitely a more challenging season, I think, for people. So for that reason, I think that's why the cutoff is low. People just cannot. Also, the scores in general this week are pretty low. I think I think this score is like averaging roughly somewhere a bit above 754 a match or something. Maybe a bit less, I don't know. So definitely much lower than usual for top 1K, but I mean, it's our off week and somehow we made top 1K, we'll take it. And Legion's battles will now be for next week. It's Earth season next week, so should be able to get top 1K easily. But other than that, we'll be back when the results drop in. And here we go. Just 6464. That's interesting. Don't see that too often. But not too bad of a week. This week I already have everything set up. We're just gonna be trolling with Julia. I don't expect anything out of this defense. We're just trolling. Trying to use Speed Rise solo here to get some more speed. Gets us up to 52. Still won't be enough, of course, but it's just there because why not? Realistically, I should probably just use like a tech defense solo or something to get more attack, but I think the real problem with this is just going to be the fact I'm running Fury Desperation. But I'm not particularly concerned about it. It's going to be a miserable week. Probably just going to use Legendary Julia on offense and suffer. Because there's some particular green units out there that kind of get used quite a bit, so on defense. And as much res as Julia has, it's not infinitely high, so she can definitely die. It's not like she has a whopping HP stat. Only starts out at 46, and 42 base res is okay, but then you factor in things like chill res or dark shrine somehow. But somehow we made top 1K. Just folks decided to not try it all or something this week. Very odd, but I'm guessing it's probably because of the bonus rotation. That would be my guess. Or it might be the start of the decline of arena assaults. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But with that, Allegiance Battles is going to start again next season. And this is the make or break week. So currently, our Anima defense is scoring 844. Something seems wrong about that. I'll have to double check. I thought we were scoring 840. It might be that after the merge, if I need to merge Duma, I can get to the next bin. Alternatively, I could upgrade from Blazing Thunder to Ether. It really doesn't matter. I'll see what I choose, but I think I'm just going to merge, to be honest. Because I know my second one is plus attack. Where is he? Should be like down here because Sword by Blessings. Gives plus attack minus speed, pretty solid. But I just feel like if I'm going to be pulling for a lot of Dumas anyways, I might as well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not fully decided yet. I'm likely going to have to do either one of those options because there's no way 844 is staying anymore. I'd be genuinely surprised about that. But anyways, enough rambling. That's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye!